What is up, Infrared Gamers? I am Infrared Games PC, and I'm bringing you guys a real talk video. This is actually a series that I'm going to start doing, probably weekly, where I bring up some important topics, maybe some things that you guys want to talk about, some things you might be interested in particular. And today I'm going to talk about doing YouTube professionally, and how realistic is that? Is it something that you can attain? Is it something that I can attain? I don't know. We'll find out. I've thought about this for a while, so we can just go ahead and I'll answer some of your questions and stuff like that, or maybe I'll try to answer some questions just by going on and talking about doing YouTube as a job or a career, maybe. Well, let's start off with my history of YouTube. I have a ton of it. Mostly, it's like pretty low quality stuff that I've been doing. This is by far the most high quality stuff that I have been doing on YouTube. That's because I realize that YouTube, you need high quality content if you're even gonna bother trying to do it. So if you're thinking about doing YouTube and posting videos, you should probably get some, like, I don't know, you're gonna have to invest quite a bit of money on your computer, your monitor, your microphone, whatever you might need. You know, no one wants to watch 1280 by 720p anymore. 1080p is the standard, and that's pretty much the bare minimum. Microphones, you gotta have a really good microphone. You gotta know how to do audio. That's probably the biggest thing. Having good quality gameplay is pretty easy. You can use like a recording software like I do, like DxStory or something like that, and that will allow you to have high quality gameplay. But high quality audio is still something that I've been struggling with. In fact, if you go back to one of my first videos, and compare it to one of the videos now, you can kind of see I've been learning and trying to adjust the audio levels and stuff like that, because I got some feedback that my videos were too quiet, or they were too they didn't have enough noise cancellation. We can kind of hear the background, which is my computer running, because my computer is it's a beast with cooling. Or it's not beast, it's more of it's very loud in general. I guess the fans are because there's quite a few fans in my case that make some noise. But other than that, you're gonna need some good equipment. Now let's talk about the reality of doing YouTube as a job. It's something that I've done YouTube for years, and it's just like, you can't rely on that. There's two ways you can go about it. You can be like, I'm going to do YouTube as a job, and I'm going to be poor for a long time, because you will not see any revenue from YouTube for years, and maybe you might never see it. That's the most discouraging thing about YouTube, is you might not ever see any income whatsoever. And that's a reality that I've come to terms with a long time ago. I do YouTube just off the basis that I like video editing, I like gameplays, I like doing recording, I like video games. So doing all this stuff is kind of just natural to me, something that I'd like to do anyways. So doing this is very easy for me, and I don't have a set YouTube schedule, because I feel like if I do that, then it's become more tedious in a task, or like, oh, I have to have a deadline, or I have to get this video out today. And so I post videos when I have the time, and when I'm really in the mood to play a game. And you gotta realize that doing YouTube as a job isn't feasible. It's like a lot of people saying, or if you've ever seen those kids in school where they're like, I'm gonna be in the MLB or the NFL. It's the same thing, because it's so saturated, the market for like gamers, these YouTube gamers, that the chances of you standing out and getting lucky is very slim, and it's pretty discouraging. But that's why you have to do YouTube as a hobby and not a job. So that's my first point, is YouTube should be a hobby at first, and if it turns into a job, then good. And that's the way, when I first started doing YouTube, I was like, I'm gonna try to make as much money as I can, and I'm gonna, get really popular, and people are gonna love me. And that's not the case. And YouTube is also a learning experience where if you post videos, you can learn from those videos, see what people like. And it's kind of hard right now for me because I know there's not a lot of people that watch my videos, and that's to be expected with a new channel like this. A lot of people aren't going to watch, and that's fine. I still post content for myself just because I like knowing that I put videos out there and some of my friends watch it, and that's kind of interesting to me. But doing YouTube as a job is always going to be the second option. I'd say it should be your fallback option or something you do on the side. Like currently, I just made up my mind within this past week to go to college for a criminal justice degree because I want to become a police officer, and I also do YouTube at the same time because, well, first of all, I work, do YouTube, and then I will be going to college for criminal justice, and that's something that, YouTube has to be a passion, and I guess I can't iterate that enough. If you're not doing YouTube as a passion, then don't waste your time, and that's kind of brutal, but that's just the way it is. Yes, popular YouTubers do make a ton of money, but that's because there's some people that can get popular right away. Some people post 1 or 2 videos and they go viral, and then from there they just have all the exposure that they need. But that's very rare. In fact, that's probably not something you should base your channel off of. You need to, if you're gonna make a YouTube channel, you need to make it for the long run. Mine, I just post content that's like, I have Let's Plays that are going to be really long, so, it's not one of those things where you make a YouTube channel, put out 1 video and be like, alright, let's hope to God this makes, 2 million views. You gotta really know what you're doing. And I know I speak to a lot of people that do YouTube and they, they're not sure what to do, or they rush into partnerships. That's another thing. If you rush into a partnership with a company that isn't out for your interest, you could completely screw up your YouTube channel. That's like companies like Machinima. I'm not saying them Machinima not in particular is what I'm trying to say. Machinima is actually probably a decent company to partner with, but if you see some like off-brand partnership or someone's like offering you, you can make a ton of money, and they get full control of your account and you're locked in for the rest of your life on that account for partnerships, you could screw yourself out of money. You could screw yourself out of a YouTube channel by rushing into partnerships. Value yourself as a YouTuber and value that your content is good. I base my hopes off that my content is good, and that's what I try to do. I just try to put out great content, and unfortunately putting out great content isn't enough nowadays. To be honest, I don't know what you have to do to get popular, and that's not what really I'm talking about. So I have no idea how to get popular on YouTube because obviously I'm not. But it's one of those things where you have to be a good marketer. You have to have a great personality, and all those things have to come together in like one huge, massive ball of luck and exposure, and you can become one of the best YouTubers out there. That's kind of just how it is. But other than that, that's basically my real talk for this week. I know it's kind of, I'm trying to experiment with like different series and stuff like that. So if you guys liked it, let me know so I can continue doing series like this, and we can see some more content coming out of me. And I post, when I want to, when I can, and whenever I feel like I'm inspired. But if you guys liked it, go ahead and like. If you didn't, dislike. If you want to subscribe and see more content like this, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you guys around on the channel. And expect more different games. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. I'm just going to post whatever I play. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hop on, brother. Tonight we ride. I went out of my way. Tour de France, World War II edition. Rough Riders.